From the News Channel 5 Network, this is OpenLine.
Hello everyone, welcome to OpenLine. I am Ben Hall, and here we are on the first Wednesday of the month. First Wednesday of the month, we like to invite Metro to send someone over to inform us about what is going on in Metro or a particular department in Metro. Very happy to have with us today John Murphy with the Financial Empowerment Center, the director of the Financial Empowerment Center. Thank you for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
So this is something I didn't know a lot about. So I think this is an opportunity for us to kind of get to know what exactly you all do, you know, how it started and all of that. But all right, Financial Empowerment Center, what is that?
So the Financial Empowerment Center provides free one-on-one financial counseling to any Davidson County resident as well as veteran or Metro employee. That one-on-one financial counseling will provide a range of services, whether it's about debt reduction, improving someone's credit, providing strategies to increase someone's saving, and generally provide the assistance and the support that someone needs to put them in a better financial situation.
And who pays for that?
So it is a partnership between the mayor's office and our program partner, United Way of Metropolitan Nashville. And it's a free service that's provided to really anyone in Metro Nashville.
It's free, and then it's a part of the Metro budget.
So it's a private-public partnership. The private being, purposely ahead of the public, because we want it to be a community resource. Anyone, regardless of income level, regardless of how much salary they make, can be advantaged by the Financial Empowerment Center. Oftentimes, someone may perceive an individual's income level and think they are financially solvent, and most of the time a lot of individuals that haven't had the budgeting skills or that financial education may find themselves in financial instability. So really this is an advantage for anyone that can be taken advantage of.
So how many people do you see every day or every week? How many people do you see?
So a general caseload for a financial counselor will be about 5 to 6 individuals any day. We are extremely popular, as you can imagine. A service like this that provides the resources and the tools that can empower an individual to make wise and sound financial decisions. Since the beginning of the program, we've seen about 4,400 individuals.
Seen 4,400. So you have a caseload would be 5 per day. How many financial managers or people do you have over there?
So we have 5 financial counselors.
Five financial counselors.
And we have 2 physical locations. We have one on Foster Street, and we have another at Casa Asafran on Nolensville. And then we have other counselors that will go to different satellite locations, mostly libraries in the Metro Nashville library system at Madison and Southeast libraries. So
how would you say this makes Nashville better? Okay, so there's tax money that's going toward it. How does this impact Nashville and make everyone happy that tax money is going toward this?
Well, I think that's a fantastic question. And I think that you can look at it from a number of different ways. I think I'll take probably the one that's most translatable. And that's really providing a resource that strengthens our overall economic community. If 2008 taught us anything, it's that our economic system that's really predicated on consumerism is only as strong as the knowledge that the consumer has. And we went through a financial meltdown in 2008, and what came out of that is you saw municipalities, state governments, federal government prioritize financial literacy as a way of combating or strengthening our overall financial system. And that's what really financial empowerment does. It provides that as a tool and as a resource that an individual can leverage that provides them a way of making those sound financial decisions that strengthens our overall community. When we have individuals that are spending wisely, that are saving appropriately, that are entering into loans or mortgages that are appropriate, that strengthens Nashville for any type of economic climate.
So what is the big thing that you see come through your door? The big problem or the big accomplishment, I guess? What is the big thing that comes through your door?
Yeah, I think it's going to be credit, improving someone's credit score, and reducing someone's debt. Very often, those two things are linked. I think probably the best way to describe this is talking about using an anecdotal story. We had a client who came in about a year and a half ago, who was $100,000 in debt, who thought that there was literally no way he was going to ever be out of debt. This was his new normal. A friend of his had said, there's the Financial Empowerment Center. You should go see them and talk to them about your financial situation. Working diligently with a counselor, he was able to erase almost all of that $100,000 worth of debt, improve his credit score, and is now saving for a home. So that is the type of service that's being provided. Now there's no magic sauce. It's really getting down to the brass tacks of working with someone's financial situation, educating them about how they can go about reducing their debt, improving their savings, increasing their credit score, and providing them the tools necessary to empower their own lives.
So what do you think the financial literacy is of Davidson County? People that come through your door, at least they're smart enough to go and seek help, because there are a lot of people that won't even do that.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you would gauge this, of Davidson County, or if there's stats about people in general, the number of people that are in debt. But what's the financial literacy of Davidson County, if you can quantify that?
Yeah, it's hard to quantify financial literacy in terms of a data or a metric point that we can point to. I can say that there is an international assessment called the PISA, which one of my heroes, Anna Maria Lusardi, who's a professor at the George Washington University, who runs something called the GFLEC, which is the Global Financial Literacy Institute. And she developed 5 questions that gauges someone's financial literacy. These are very basic questions. Basically, how to calculate an interest rate, how to calculate a debt or a credit score, what is a budget. Pretty basic. And only about a quarter of students in the U.S. could answer the 5 questions. So roughly 75% of those could not answer about 3 questions. So overall, from a nation, I think our financial literacy could definitely be improved. Metro as a whole, I think we are fortunate to be in a state that has prioritized financial literacy. I think we are also advantaged by having a mayor that is dedicated to improving the financial condition and the economic opportunity of Nashvillians.
Now, can you remember those 5 questions?
Not off the top of my head.
See, that's interesting to me. I would be, maybe we can figure those out, or a couple of those. I'm about to take a break, because I'm interested in that.
Yeah.
I wonder how people would do. I don't know how I would do. But that's interesting.
Yeah.
And all right, so the people that come through your door, what sort of, you're saying all economic levels.
Absolutely.
Right? Mm-hmm. And that might surprise people. So tell me about some of the wealthier people, anecdotally, that come through.
Yeah. Someone's salary is only one piece of a puzzle. Just because an individual may make $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 a year does not necessarily mean that they're managing that salary well. A lot of folks can live cost burdened. The majority of the time, it's going to be around housing. The more an individual spends on housing, the less they have to spend on other goods and services, as well as other loan obligations like student loans or car payments. And that's where we start seeing a salary translate over into better budgeting and better personal finance management. I can't tell you how many times we've had individuals that are between, let's say, 23 and 35 that say, I never had personal finance in high school. I never had personal finance in college. The only reason I had personal finance is because I had economics. And they didn't necessarily have that education and it seems simple to some people, but they never put together the budgeting skills and the creating a spending plan, creating the strategy that you have of wealth building and asset building, using this salary as a starting point. So when we look at people's salary, it's only just one piece of an overall puzzle.
And when you talk, well, I guess we have to take a break. But when you talk about housing, I would think in Davidson County right now, one of the big things we talk about is affordable housing. And so we can talk a little bit more about that. Yep. How burdened are people now in Davidson County when it comes to that area, that category? Mm-hmm. And I bet there are a lot of house poor people.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll take a break. If you want to call in, there's the number, 615-737-PLUS, 615-737-7587. Take a break. Be back right after this.